Angel lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling. Her mind refused to rest. The events at school kept replaying over and over in her thoughts, her teacher collapsing, the moment Angel held her hand, and the sudden healing that no one could explain. But that wasn't the part that disturbed her the most. It was what happened after. Angel clearly remembered the classroom becoming strangely quiet. The soft glow, the peaceful presence that filled the room, and the voice, the angel's voice. Do not be afraid. What you have been given is for a purpose. Angel slowly sat up. A purpose, she whispered. Her heart began beating faster. Questions flooded her mind. She couldn't keep them inside anymore. Angel jumped off the bed and hurried down the hallway. "Mom," she called as she rushed toward her parents' room. Her mother was folding clothes when Angel burst inside. Her mom looked up immediately. "Angel, what's wrong?" Angel hesitated before speaking. "Mom, have you ever felt like something happened to you? Something you can't explain?" Her mother looked at her carefully. "What kind of thing?" Angel sat beside her. Like you were chosen for something." Her mom smiled gently. "Sometimes God gives people gifts they don't understand immediately," she said. Angel looked down at her hands. "But how do you know it's from God?" she asked quietly. Her mom thought for a moment. "When it brings healing, peace, and helps others, that's usually a good sign." Angel felt chills run through her body. Healing, peace, helping others. Just then her father called from the living room. "Dinner is ready." Angel stood slowly, still deep in thought. That night, sleep didn't come easily. The next morning, the next day at school, felt different. Students whispered in the hallways. "Did you hear what happened to the teacher? They say she suddenly recovered." Something strange happened in that classroom. Angel kept her head down and walked to her desk. As she
Hey,
arranged
did
her
you hear about the
books,
miracle?
someone approached
The one
her.
with the light?
It was Vanessa. Vanessa had never liked Angel before. She had often mocked her quietly with her friends. But today, she wore a bright smile. "Hey, Angel," she said sweetly. Angel looked surprised. "Hi." Vanessa leaned closer. "I was thinking, maybe we could be friends. Hang out sometime." Angel felt something uneasy inside. The kindness didn't feel real. She remembered how Vanessa used to laugh at her. Angel smiled politely. "That's kind of you," she said calmly, "but I think I'm okay." Vanessa's smile slowly faded. "Oh, all right," she said awkwardly before walking away. Angel returned to her book. For the first time, she felt confident standing by her decision. That evening, Angel and her parents went to church. The building glowed warmly with lights as worship filled the room. Angel sat quietly beside her parents as the pastor preached. Suddenly, the pastor paused. "I feel led today," he said slowly, "to invite someone young to share something God has placed on their heart." He scanned the congregation. Then his eyes stopped on Angel. "Angel, would you come forward?" Angel froze. Her parents looked at her encouragingly. "Go," her mother whispered. Angel slowly walked to the platform. The congregation watched silently. Her hands trembled slightly. Then suddenly, the same peaceful warmth she felt during the miracle returned. Angel took a deep breath. Sometimes we become afraid when something unexpected happens in our lives. She began. The church became quiet. But when God gives you something, it isn't meant to be hidden. She paused. It's meant to help people. Her voice grew stronger. And when God calls you, the best thing we can do is trust Him. The pastor nodded slowly. "Thank you, Angel," he said gently. Angel returned to her seat, feeling something new inside her confidence. But the night was not over yet. The miracle on the road. After church, Angel and her parents began walking home. The street was calm. Suddenly, they heard shouting. A crowd had gathered ahead. A man lay on the ground, struggling to breathe. People looked terrified. Someone call an ambulance. A woman shouted. Angel's heart started racing. That warmth returned to her hands again. She remembered the angel's words. Do not be afraid. Angel slowly stepped forward. She knelt beside the man and gently held his hand. The crowd watched. Then suddenly, a soft glow appeared around Angel's hands. The man's breathing slowly steadied. Within seconds, his body relaxed. He opened his eyes. I can breathe, he said in shock. The crowd gasped. But someone else had noticed something important. A young man nearby had recorded everything on his phone. I got it on video, he said.
Breaking a
Within
viral video
hours,
claims a young girl
the
is
video
performing miracles
spread
in national
everywhere.
debate.
Wow, is this real?
News
This could change
stations
everything.
picked it
Sign
up.
for breaking a
By
viral video
morning,
claims a young girl is
Angel's
performing
face was
miracles in
all
national
over the
debate.
country.
Wow, is this real?
This could change
Mystery
everything.
girl
A sign
heals
from above.
man
This
on
viral video is
roadside.
dangerous. We need
The
hospital
vice
data.
president.
The public believes
The
it. We
story
need a
quickly
response.
reached the
Let's get real
presidential
science, not-
residence.
The protocol is
Inside a
aggressive, but it's our
quiet
best
hospital
option.
room,
His numbers are critical. We
doctors
need to
stood
start
around
release
the
girl.
bed. The vice president had been battling cancer for months. Treatments had failed. An advisor spoke carefully. There is a girl people are talking about. One doctor immediately shook his head. You cannot be serious, he said. We are dealing with a medical condition, not miracles. Another official agreed. We should focus on hospital treatment. But the vice president slowly opened his eyes. I saw the video, he said weakly. The room fell silent. It didn't look fake. One doctor spoke again. We should focus on hospital treatment. But the vice
Protocol is
president
aggressive, but
slowly
it's our best
opened his
option.
eyes.
His numbers are critical.
I
We need
saw
to
the
start release
video,
girl.
he said weakly. The room fell silent. It didn't look fake. One doctor spoke again. Sir, this could be misinformation. Social media exaggerates things. The vice president looked thoughtful. Maybe, he said quietly. But sometimes hope comes from unexpected places. The officials exchanged uneasy looks. Finally, the vice president made his decision. Bring her, he said. Later that afternoon, a black government car stopped outside Angel's house. Her parents stared in shock as officials stepped out. We're here for Angel, one of them said respectfully. Angel stood quietly behind her parents. Just yesterday, she was an ordinary girl. Now the entire country was talking about her, and the vice president himself was waiting. Angel looked at her hands. She remembered the angel's voice once more. What you have been given is for a purpose. Angel took a deep breath. She touched the vice president, prayed silently for him, and all of a sudden, the vice president got healed. Angel grew up, became one of the greatest healers, preacher, and engineers in the U.S. This story teaches us that God Almighty is capable of healing all our diseases. Comments, like, share, and subscribe.